Good afternoon, Gemini ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and get your general romantic reading up. And ladies and gentlemen, this reading is valid until the end of this month, okay? I've decided to go on and use my Lenormand's deck as already shuffled and illustrated as we see here. In addition to choosing to decide to use two additional oracle cards just to give you a bit more part and advice into your situation. Now, Geminis, if this reading resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, so let's go on and get started. I'm just going to, first make a few general observations, and then I'm going to just examine your cards fall into your past to kind of tell you, where I see you've been or perhaps where you seem to be in the process of heading and what your future looks like with the cards to the right in addition to exploring these are two additional oracle cards here. Okay. Now the person that I'm kind of seeing that, kind of surrounds you or that's kind of coming around you romantically, I'm feeling the person that seems to be very somewhat spiritual, even in fact popular. For some reason, I'm getting some instances or some feelings of someone having some type of problems with their heart. Okay, I'm also seeing perhaps even a major illness or a clinical depression. Of course, this could be either with the person you're dealing with or it could be yourself. Okay, I'm seeing someone it's being a survivor for something, from some type of maybe health issues that they experience. And I'm feeling a sense that some of you guys might want to even give up, But I feel that a lot of the difficulties that you've been facing, me included, because I am also a Gemini, have, pretty much been self-inflicted, type difficulties, things that you could avoid if you really would just put your mind to it, okay? I'm also seeing a very short individual too that seems to be around you. I'm seeing an individual that seems to be very sexual, that I'm kind of getting. Even someone it looks like from your past may appear, but I'm getting multiple people here. I'm seeing a person who's very creative and independent and an individual that you feel a very strong karmic or soulmate type connection. And this person, seems to at times appears to be, a bit mean or even a bit abrasive and kind of judgmental at times, or self-driven. I'm kind of feeling the person somewhat successful and kind of egocentric, if you will, okay, when you're kind of seeing this. So let's go on and get started. And I'm just going to look at your cards falling to your past here before we really get into your reading to just give you a message about what I'm kind of seeing in the past or might be in currently in process. Okay, we're going to just look at these batch of cards here. We have the star, we have the tree, we have the bed card, as well as the heart. So, I'm kind of getting a sense that, I'm feeling that many of you felt deeply in love in a very stable relationship with someone that you felt, you know, someone whom you felt, was your soulmate. And the relationship appeared very, very passionate, I'm kind of feeling, with very hot sex. And many of you um, are still, I'm feeling, remaining kind of optimistic about this connection. And many of you really want this person, even to the point of perhaps even some of you dreaming about kind of getting the person in bed here, okay, when you're seeing that card there, the bed representation there. Okay, but just moving right along and just looking at your future to see what's kind of coming up for you. I'm kind of feeling that, however, it kind of appears that either someone, in fact, from your past might return, or you might find yourself even in fact moving in a different direction, because with this card here it shows that there might even be some type of a separation or even a hurtful ending from someone. Okay, but rest assured that, despite it all, I'm kind of feeling here your worries will in fact soon be assuaged, and I'm feeling that you're going to resolve your difficulties and attain the happiness that, many of you are really seeking. I'm kind of feeling here. Okay, so now let's just go on and just, get more into in depth into your reading so that we can just, glean, some more information about your circumstances here, okay? We'll start with the card from the bottom. We have that Fox card, okay? And that denotes a fire sign. It could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, and Neptune is the ruler. And this card is certainly all about lies or deception, deviousness, and manipulation or betrayal, or even greed, or just things that you might be feeling, guys, that might be going on, wrong behind your back. It shows a lot of one-upmanship or this, or even in fact being taken advantage of. So this might be something that you guys are kind of, thinking about right now, in terms of the energy that seems to be present, with the individual that you'd like to kind of make a connection with here, okay? And then I'm kind of feeling here, you have the past here. I'm sorry, you have that star card there, and that represents an air sign, and that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And Jupiter rules this card, and it's all about destiny and wishes really kind of coming true, and hope, and your hope for a sincere relationship. So it certainly shows with these two cards combined here, as I've already indicated, that you did in fact you fell in love with someone with whom that you kind of felt a very strong soulmate connection, and you might even be contemplating kind of what's really next coming up for you guys, even to the point of even thinking about getting that person perhaps in bed, because once again this bed card also represents actually getting in bed with someone, okay? And it represents, once again, ladies and gentlemen, an air sign, okay? Libra, Gemini, and or Aquarius, okay, when you're seeing that card there, okay? So let's move right along and just move over to see what the future. It shows here with this heart card that you're still hoping and wishing that maybe things are going to go the way that you would want them to go, okay? So let's look at your next card here. We have the Coffin, okay? And that denotes the fire sign once again, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And the ruler of this card is Pluto, and this card is certainly all about major changes, or even in fact, ladies and gentlemen, potentially ending an undesirable type relationship, and illness, and even depression, and just major transformation, and come to an acceptance of something that you may have worked hard on, but it's become outworn, and kind of guilt being relinquished. So many of you might have found yourself, or you might find yourself in some bit of a like a dead like type relationship, and you may have a painful ending from this person, okay, that you kind of care deeply about. But I feel that when you're looking at these last two cards here, particularly your last card there, you have that very successful card there. So that usually forebodes well for a very, very positive outcome when you're seeing that card there. Okay, we're seeing that a lot of confusion, still surrounds your relationship here, because you have this, this sight card or sit card, if you will. And when you have that card, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that refers to an air type sign, okay? It's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and it's all about, hard decisions that you might need to make, and rejections and separations. So that's why I was saying here is that you might separate from a romantic situation that's been kind of painful for you, but it may make room for you to kind of meet, someone else new, or to improve upon the relationship that you already have, because it really can go either way in terms of what could be the result here, there, because you have that such a positive card that ends here. You have that's a very successful card there. Is card number 31, which shows that you're going to definitely, you're going to move in a different direction. And this card is always about, optimism, and, kind of delight at the end of a tunnel, or a very long tunnel that you've been having a lot of problems, kind of, going through, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, just to add a bit more to this, of course, with this card here with the sun, it also, you have a lot of fire and air energy in your reading here. And this card is also represents a fire sign, and it's all about success or contentment and excitement. And as I said, joy and optimism. So you're going to either, I'm feeling, You're going to enter a very passionate or very intense relationship with someone from whom you've been estranged. It could potentially be someone from the past, or you're going to move on. I'm feeling with someone new, and I'm feeling a very strong indication of someone, perhaps it could be either fire or air sign. And I'm also getting a strong indication here of earth signs too, Capricorn, Virgo, as well as Taurus. So, guys, it looks like you have a lot of decisions that you will be making soon. But I'm just saying here that it looks like your past kind of started out kind of good, and then, things just looks like it just started to kind of sour here when you're kind of seeing these two cards here, and it looks like that your relationship could have been more of a sexual type relationship with no real depth. But it looks like that the person is going to kind of try to kind of come back to woo you, or you're going to make the decision to move away from this person so that you can open yourself up to new and more romantic experiences here. Okay, so let's go on and just look at your other two cards here that I feel that will give you partner advice here. And we have first, we have the Simply Love card, and that card is all about, ladies and gentlemen, nostalgia and really innocence, and just kind of being kind to people. So this card is kind of asking you to kind of go back to to how you were when you initially met, or just recapture your youth, and to make life a bit more simpler here, that I'm kind of getting here with this card, because you'll find yourself, or even find a relationship deepening, and if you come across with this innocent, type play, okay, and be very kind and generous, to those, who you really care about, okay. And last but not least, we have that new vitality card there. And that card is all about, focusing and revitalizing, situations that may have been at a stalemated type of rate, okay? So this card is certainly showing you that you do, in fact, have great potential for, in fact, revitalizing your situation, and that you might want to try to infuse your situation with a bit more enthusiasm. And this helps raise the vibration of all your relationships, and it certainly is going to happen as a result, improve any problems that you've kind of been going through, and to really try to, to see the other person from a different perspective, you know and this would allow your relationship to kind of move forward in a better direction. Okay, so Geminis, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought for you. I look forward to hearing your comments, and once again, if it resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. And if you'd like to have a personal reading, you can contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Do enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.